Alright, we've got a Sagittarius full moon energy for this week, and I'm definitely feeling the vibes with all of my Sagittarius placements. Definitely feeling the movement and wanting even more movement, more freedom, more opportunities to philosophize and understand what's happening and how I can move forward and following my intuition. And so I hope that other people are feeling those energies, because I feel that they're uplifting and we need them in times like these. And there's a lot of things that are demanding our energy, and it's really important that we stay true to what is right for us. So, first card I want to talk about is the Ten of Swords, which is an ominous card, often depicted as like a man laying in the snow with 10 swords in his back. You know, it's not a pretty situation, but you know, it's a 10. It's the end of the story. It's ready to move on into the next situation. It's the death of one thing and the rebirth of something, the necessity to let something go in order to make room for the next. Ten of Swords is talking about the air element. We're talking about communication, the way we think about things, and the way that we process and philosophize about things. So this is speaking to situations that have come to the point of no return, that we can't continue doing what we have been doing because it leads us into negative spirals that affects our health in one way or another, and we can't continue this way. We are so fed up, we are so done, that we are ready to do whatever it takes to move on. And that's what the Ten of Swords is talking about. What is it that you cannot continue doing anymore? Where have you hit an impasse where you know that if you continue on this path, you are hurting yourself? You're letting yourself spin off into negativity, and you're not drawing the boundaries that are necessary in order to make room for something else. Now is the time to really get right about that and to really process what that means for you and your life, because it's going to be different for everybody. I know I'm feeling it, but I'm on a whole different life path than some of the people who may be watching this video. So you really got to analyze, like, what is it that can't happen anymore? You can't allow this to happen anymore. And of course, we're going to backslide and things happen, and all of the lessons that we're learning, we will continue to learn for the rest of our lives. But at this point, it's time to choose something new. It's time to do better for yourself. So take this opportunity to do that. And an interesting thing is, I pulled this card from the color deck, but this card shot out at me while I was shuffling. So I felt like I should keep it, and I'm glad that I did, because this card is a frustrating one that generally leads me to pull another card to counteract it. The disease card, stress and negativity. So that's right along the same vein as the Ten of Swords. We're talking about the stresses and the negativity that causes disease in our body. Disease in our body doesn't happen in a void. It doesn't happen just out of coincidence. I mean, maybe it does. To some degree, yes, it does. I can't overgeneralize. I'm sorry, I'm sagging out right now. But oftentimes, disease is caused by negative thoughts, negative emotions that have run away with us, and we haven't been able to take care of our body, and then it turns into something. And so this is really pointing to, like, what are these things in your life that are causing you distress, that are causing you to not feel good in one way or another, whether that's in your mind, your emotions, your body. Like, all of this is connected. And in order to have disease in one area of that, it's probably a domino effect for the rest of them. If it wasn't caused by one of those things, everything else will fall as you allow it to spiral. And so this is the time of healing that is super important for us. And it's not easy, because it's not just stress and disease in our bodies and in ourselves, it's all around us in the world. If you've been paying attention at all, and if you know anything about the world, you know what's happening in the Sudan. You know that people are dying just out in the streets and just trying to live, just trying to have the right to do anything. And we're here in so much comfortability, yet still feeling the ramifications of what's happening around the world. Whether we want to believe it or not, it is definitely affecting us, and it's definitely causing the maladies that happen in a lot of our lives, because we don't exist in a vacuum. This is all one world that we are a part of, and things will affect us regardless of whether we believe that or not. So take the opportunity to look at your life and see what is causing you this stress and disease, and try to move out of it slowly and surely. And a way that we can do that is with this card. It's a red card, so it has to do with the root chakra, the Dahlia card. And below it, it says healing unrequited love. Now, I find this interesting because I'm not thinking about unrequited love in the singular sense of just our romantic partnerships and how that affects us in one way or another, which very much may be a part of what is happening in your situation, but I'm thinking of a more global unrequited love. The love that this planet has given to us, and the abundance that it has given to us, and the fact that we so often make choices that do not return that love to it. This thing that gives us life, that gives us energy, that gives us food, that gives us water, that gives us every single thing that we really need as a physical body, and we trash the oceans, and we murder people, and we pollute the land, and we pollute the air, and we run the water dry to do whatever it is, to feed the cows for McDonald's, so on and so forth. I mean, I can literally go on for days with all of the things that we are doing collectively as humans to not show love to the one thing that has consistently showed love to us since the dawn of our species. So, what are we going to do with that information? How can we heal? It's up to you to figure out what's going on in your body and do the work for yourself, because there's no one way of healing. I can't just prescribe something for you and that is good for everybody. And I mean, meditation, you could get on that. Drinking water, you could get on that. Eating vegetables, you can get on that. Those are all common things, but really the healing path for you is going to look whatever it looks like for you, and it's your job to decipher that. But really the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by figuring out, like, where are you getting love? Where are you getting compassion? Who is loving you in the way that you are loving them? How can you have trust with your community so that you can count on mutual aid when shit really does go down? Because shit is going down. And so the people in Sudan, they don't have the internet. They're working together in the best way that they can. They are literally living mutual aid because there's literally no other way, because military forces are cracking down on them so hard and literally killing them. So this isn't like a singular thing. This is happening all over the world in different ways. Colonization and the destruction of resources and the subjugation of other humans and other species is a commonality around the world right now. But we have to imagine something else. We have to imagine that we can heal in order to even begin that work. And I know that a lot of us are already in that healing work. And so that's exactly what this card is talking about. Your foundational energy, your trust, who you work with. And the dahlia is a beautiful flower, and the symbolism behind it is talking about doing it with grace, doing it with grace in ourselves and understanding, and the beauty of knowing where to draw our boundaries and how to protect ourselves. So digest that, think about it, think about how you can actually work that into your daily routine of, like, what does it look like to you to live a better life and to give back and to receive, because the opportunities are there. This next card I'll talk about is the sea serpent. So this card is for the sacral chakra in this deck. And I find it interesting because the sacral chakra is generally an orange chakra, so it gives you that fiery energy, that passion energy. This is still moving with that kundalini energy because the serpent is a carrier of the kundalini energy, but it's the sea serpent. So it's also calling in the the power and the loving, the nurturance of the mother waters. So this is asking us to work with ourselves, to give ourselves the loving, nurturing energy, but to really foster our creativity and to foster what it is that we want to build in this world and to imagine something else. We can it's very easy to stay stuck in the distractions and the things that want us to be disempowered, but this card really wants us to empower ourselves. And ways in which that we do that are drawing healthy boundaries, are really taking steps to realize who is supporting us and who is giving us love and who isn't, and who are we pouring our energy into and not receiving back. And because that's just, it's not a totally conscious thing all the time. Sometimes people don't mean to drag our energies down or pull energy from us. It's because they haven't learned to pull that energy from themselves. So we all have to take this opportunity to derive our energy from within. And it is possible, but it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of attention and awareness. And the only way that we can give ourselves this attention and awareness is by taking care of ourselves. Basic necessities. Think water, think food, think sleep. All of these basic things that we all need in order to keep these bodies functioning well. So definitely, I also like that it has this little protection eye in the center. I think that we really need to really be up on our game, especially as we're moving this death energy of the Ten of Swords, and asking ourselves to create space in order to have what it is that we really want. We really need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our energy. We need to know what we're devoting our energy to. And the last card is the citrine card. And I love this stone. I have a couple of pieces here. And they are said to not carry negative energy. So they're a cleansing stone, and they also bring like good uplifting vibes into us. And this particular citrine is a yellow citrine that speaks to the energy of the sun, and how can we bring in more joyous energy to ourselves and shine a real light on what is the negative stuff, because it's really easy to be so distracted that we don't even realize what the negativity is, or the person or the place or the thing that we're pouring our energy into, and thus depleting ourselves. Citrine really wants us to open our eyes and to get that solar energy into us. And a good way to do that is super simple. Get your body into the sun. Get that vitamin D. And you got to wear your sunblock, do what you got to do, but still we need the sun, and we need that. Gives us a life energy. It gives life to the plants, it gives life to the animals, it gives life to the earth. It's a movement force that helps clear us and bring us joy. And so I want that for us. I want that for us collectively and personally. And we need that in order to give us the energy that we will need in order to counteract all of the bullshit that's trying to drag us all down. So I hope that this is helpful for you. It has been very helpful for me, and let me know how it goes. And I look forward to seeing you all in a week. And yeah, thanks for watching.